The grips have dried, and I'm going to be applying boiled linseed oil. That's what I got at Home Depot, and I've been using this container, as you can see, for a while now, to refinish the stocks and everything like that. I'm going to pour some into a container like that, and then using a brush I'll just apply a liberal amount of oil to each grip. The grips have been sitting with oil on them for about 45 minutes, so at this point I'm just gonna wipe them gently with just a paper towel, kind of get the excess oil out. Not really trying to take everything off, but just the excess. And I'm gonna let them dry and let the oil cure for about a day or two. And this is how the grips look after true oil application. This shine I'm going to knock down with steel wool, so don't worry about the shine. Although the original grips were kind of shiny too, but I don't know if I like that much shine, so I'll knock it down. But this is how they look after an application of true oil. And they're going to dry for 4 hours, and then I'm going to knock down the shine and apply another coat and wait another 4 hours, and then knock down that shine and let it cure for overnight. And now look at the Revolver. As you can see, I've reassembled it, and the two things I've done are to polish the sides of the hammer so that they're in the white, because from what I've read, this is how these revolvers were finished. You can see the quality of the finish is greatly improved now that it's been reblued. It's no longer featuring big patches of rust and pitting. There are still some spots with pitting, and like I said, through this restoration series, some spots I'm just not going to go after, and so I didn't. But you can see that the finish looks much better, hopefully. All the lettering is intact. I guess I should be showing you this way. I don't know if it'll pick it up and decide to focus on it. I can't tell through the viewfinder. But logos are intact. There's far less pitting on the Revolver. It's now nice and protected. And the other thing that I've done was to replace the original spring with this reproduction spring. The reproduction spring is lighter than the original spring, and there are two reasons why I replaced the original spring with this one. The first reason is that I didn't want to take a risk of shooting the revolver with the original spring, because I think it may break and I would like to keep the original parts as much as possible. The other reason is that this action with this reproduction spring is much crisper, much smoother than with the original spring. And as far as smoothness goes, it feels a lot more like a Python or a current production revolver rather than what it was like before. And I don't know if it was because some of the parts were not as polished or as properly mated one to another, but right now I kind of can't wait to shoot it. The only problem I've noticed is that the front sight, and I'm not going to be able to show you right now, maybe like that, the front sight seems to be kind of at an angle, and I'm not sure if it's because it was bent at one point, kind of to the left, or if the entire barrel was kind of not turned in correctly. So I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fire it with this kind of offset without any issues. So you can tell on the cylinder as well, this was the area that was very badly pitted. Right now it looks much better, and I wasn't going for perfection here. All I wanted to do is make it look better, which I did, I think. Let me know if you disagree. And I also wanted to protect it from further rusting. But one of the goals, as I mentioned earlier in one of the earlier parts, was to preserve lettering and logos, which I think I've done. So let me know what you think, and stay tuned for a completely reassembled, as in with the grips, overview of the revolver, and I'll probably mix in my range review as well. Not sure if I'm going to actually film my time at the range, but I'll definitely, in the next part, I'll try to include my experience at the range. And definitely thank you very much for watching these videos. I know my quality of videos is not actually it's probably my talking that needs a lot more work. So I'm going to try to take your feedback into consideration and improve that aspect of my videos, but let me know if you notice anything else that's either annoying or something I should work on. But I really appreciate your feedback, and definitely appreciate you watching my videos. Alright, thank you very much.